Yo, welcome to Millennial Matchup YouTube. Today, we're going to play a couple of decks with this Zoroark Cinccino box deck. This deck is a heck of a lot of fun, mostly because it plays a bunch of different toolboxy cards and it's a single prize deck. Both of those things ring true to my heart. If you've been on this channel for a while, you've seen how much I like playing Moltres. This deck has a very similar vibe in that it's kind of a slow start. You're setting some stuff up, and then you escalate very, very, very quickly. Whole idea is we use Zoroark's Phantom Transformation to go into any of our Stage 1 Pokemon that we don't have basics of. Flapple, if your opponent has a bunch of abilities, very good against Inteleon decks. We have Golisopod, very strong against Mew, but also the occasional Arceus deck has to overbench some Vs because that's like all they play, stuff like that. We have a couple of Wormadams hit for weakness. This one hits on Ice Rider, which is becoming a more and more popular deck. This one hits on Arceus. I know sometimes they play Dunsparce. That's fine. You know, we can still handle it. We can still handle it. You have Boss's Orders to get the Dunsparce out. And then I play a one of Weezing right now because I think it's worth the one of tech slot for random single prizers. And by random, I pretty much mean Rapid Strike Malamar. With the Weezing, we can definitely beat Rapid Strike Malamar. Without the Weezing, it's a really bad matchup. And you can pull some wins out against other stuff as well with it. So it seems like a one of tech slot worth it. Otherwise, 4 Battle VIP Pass, because you just make do them away in the late game, and then a bunch of other setup cards, because that's it. The deck has to set up. If the deck sets up, it can beat just about every meta deck currently, just about. If it doesn't set up, then you can't. One of Echoing Horn, considering going up to 2 as well, because Arceus Duraludon is a very bad matchup. Unless you can start horning some of the stuff back, so Golisopod hits harder, or you can just KO the same Arceus, hopefully 2 or 3 times. Anyway, we're going to play 2 games with the deck. Hopefully you enjoy it, and let's go ahead and check out those games. All right, so we're going to get into a game with our Zoroark box deck. Hoping to, draw pretty well. As the usual hope is with this any deck, but this one in particular is definitely has some trouble in best of 1 occasionally. But it does set up more often than it doesn't. Our opponent chooses to go first, and we have a very solid starting hand. At the Battle VIP Pass, quick ball away something else, and then we have the turn 2 Cinccino to start drawing cards. Potentially a turn 2 Zoroark, maybe that's going to be better, we'll see. Put it done. And we're up against some sort of Inteleon deck. Okay, that could be a lot of things. We'll see. There's a Moltres. So it could still be an Arceus build. It could be basic counter box without an Arceus. It could be an Urshifu. Oh, there's a lot of stuff that we could be up against right now. Now, of course, the Golisopod does hit this for weakness, which is huge. The Wormadam hits that Crobat for weakness. And we have the Weezing to potentially shut off these Inteleons. There's a tower. So this is Rapid Strike Urshifu. This matchup gets a lot harder since we do not play the Manaphy. Really hoping that they whiff the turn 1 Urshifu. That way they can not G-Max Rapid Flow us next turn, and we could potentially still win the prize trade. We do not have anything to hit weakness on that Urshifu. And there it is. Oh, yeah, hate to see it. They got rid of an energy, so I'm going to assume they're going to have the attachment. Okay, interesting. I wonder what else is in their hand where they decided it was better not to attach. We're going to grab these 2 little guys here. Golisopod's here. Weezing's here too. Potentially go into that next turn to slow them down. Grab these 2 cuties. Quick ball, get rid of the Golisopod. We're going to grab a Zorua as well. Do the quick double check. Energies are here. And hit him with the done. No reason to play anything else because we could get Marnie. It's definitely not a deck we're built to beat, but that's like, it's fine. Most people, it's not the time you should be playing Urshifu. They need the E-Switch and the Rapid Strike energy, and we get kind of bodied pretty hard there. If they whiff the Rapid Flow this turn, we have a chance. We still have to draw pretty well, unfortunately. We do not have a supporter, and we don't have our Cinccino set up quite yet. Belt does nothing. There is the Drizzile. Maybe they Marnie us. Not the worst thing in the world. Probably going to see a research from my opponent. There's the research. Yeah, I hate to see it. And drawing a bunch of cards. Quickly check. Golisopod's at 130 HP, which is just a quick shooting and a rapid flow away as well. Long pause. Potentially a good sign. We can start drawing some cards. It would be nice. Unfortunately, 2 prize Minccinos is probably like super bad for us. But we'll see. Maybe they whiff just long enough for us to win the game. There's the Dire Flame Wings. It could also go in. Okay. Giving us a chance. We're going to promote the Zorua and pray. That's where we're at. Promote the Zorua and pray. Call for Family doesn't do a whole lot. We have to draw pretty well off of this. But getting the Golisopod KO would be huge, because that also removes the energy switch option unless they bench another one next turn. Takes 30, that's fine. We KO it with most things. Go ahead and promote the Zorua. Not the world's best top deck there. Go here. Keep the horn around, get rid of the dark energy. Draw into... Ooh, another Minccino. Okay. Or Cinccino. And we're going to get rid of the Wormadam here. Get that thing in the discard pile ASAP. Okay. Saying there's a chance. Go and go into that Golisopod. Go there. I'm really tempted to go ahead and burn this Klara now. I think we're gonna go ahead and do it. We're not in a great spot. Grab 1, 2. We could have also gotten double Zorua. Might have actually been better there. Yeah, we should have gotten double Zorua. Hard time slash. Hit him for 360 in the knockout. And hopefully they have to Gale Thrust us this next turn. Flapple's cool. Flapple doing 50 for each ability. Currently they've got 2. Could be up to 3 on the following turn. We can 2-shot. Let's see. We got a chance, even without the mana fee. The fact that they whiffed the... they went right for it. I assume that means we're going to see a Drizzile evolve. Okay, there's another V on the bench. Well, now we don't have to even Echoing Horn. Alright, but this does open up the energy switch plate for them. They've got 3 abilities for our Flapple. And 4 Vs, which means we're doing 230 damage currently with a Golisopod. Hard to do it again, but, you know, not impossible. And going with a long pause. Ooh, they're also down their Shady Dealings in Teleon. That's pretty big here. There's the Shady Dealings. Let's see, do we see a draw supporter? Do we see an energy switch? Do we see the Raihan or another Raihan? There's the Raihan. So we're going to get rapid flowed. Likely going to target down the 2 Cinccinos here, would be my assumption. But I'm kind of okay if they keep the active alive. We are going to fall pretty far behind on the prize trade, unfortunately, because we're going to have to 2-shot this active. Ideally, we'd be able to just go boss game. It's just, it's not going to happen. We're not going to draw that well. Top deck like a research? No, because then we can't even, yeah. At this point, we just kind of have to hope that they whiff at some point. Yeah, the mana fee would help a ton, but I'm not teching for Rapid Strike Urshifu, and I don't think you should be teching for it either. It's not quite good enough into a very Mew-heavy meta, even with the Moltres. If we were playing Mew, this game would have been long over. But that said, I do have mana fee in... what's it called? I do have mana fee in my... oh my gosh, I completely forgot the name. My Dark Box deck, my Sableye, Hoopa, Moltres, etc. This thing gets to stay alive, which is cool. They can target down the Zorua, but then we could Phantom Transformation into another Zoro or into a Cinccino to draw cards if we need. They could Gale Thrust us, which would actually be quite annoying. There's the rapid flow. They should take out the 2 Cinccinos would be my assumption. Yep. And unfortunately, Urshifu gatekeeps those single prize decks. So we might have to make do here. Not the best. Let's get rid of that. Grab a Zorua. As much as I don't want to, we're just not in a position to not make do. Here are the Battle VIP Pass into a research. Yikes. I'll throw a belt down. Put a dark energy here to make it a pivot and hit him for 260. So this with a choice belt will take the KO now, which is like, there's a world where that matters. Unfortunately, with no stadium bump, they get to shove this thing on the bench. Let's see, do they have the energy switch, rapid strike energy? They might not. The world they have to Marnie me and they whiff it. That's kind of the best world for me to live in. Dire Flame Wings. They could go in with a Moltres as well, which looks like what they're going to do here. So we're going to go ahead and promote the Zorua and Prey off of this. Ooh, the quick shooting Inteleon as well. Now they can also rapid flow the Golisopod. Not this turn. They've already attached, but... yeah, pressure the Zorua. Sure, why not? They come up, KO the active. Yep, no Marnie. You hate to see that. We can still win this game. Actually, we should have promoted this. That was definitely a misplay. Okay. Phantom Transformation. Go back into the Golisopod here. Bop, 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 and research. Okay. They can already quick shooting KO this. I think we just bench that anyway and take the knockout and hope for the best. If they have the Raihan here, they win the game. If they don't have the Raihan here, we still don't win the game, but we have a chance. We are in need of a boss. Ooh, that choice belt actually should have gone here. Yeah, that way we could finish this thing off. So that was a misplay. This choice belt should have gone here. They cannot KO with this for retreat. Never mind. They're fine. We can win. There's a few plays we can win with. The fact that they're doing this tells me they don't have it yet. And this is... if we're going to beat Urshifu, they have to not rapid flow more than once. Okay, there is... so if they have access to Raihan, they win the game. The fact they're playing so slow tells me they either have no idea what's in their deck or they don't have access to another Raihan. There's a Marnie. Okay. They cannot rapid flow this turn. They are getting us closer to a potential boss. Zoroark play. Okay, there's a Zoroark. All right, now how do we win this game? Promote this. Okay. We got Marnied out of cards we don't want. So I actually think it might be correct to make do first. We need energy boss off of this make do, and we know the bottom of the deck has a lot of cards we don't want to draw into. So let's make do first. Boss energy. Punished. We're punished for the misplay. If the choice belt were on this thing, we actually just win the game. Unfortunately, it's not. You hate to see it. All right, let's see what we have access to, though. Nothing that hits psychic weakness. We're hitting for not enough there. Oh, how unfortunate. The misplay comes back to bite us in the booty. We can potentially go into the Weezing and pray that they just don't have an energy. I think we're going to grab the Weezing off of this. That might be the move. Is to try and go for the Weezing and pray. Because they would be hitting this for 60. Yeah, I think that's the move here now. Let's grab that. Get out of the deck. Need one of the energies. Go there. Research into... Okay, we got the dark. We're playing the game. Going to Weezing. Go there. We unfortunately have no follow-ups. That's future us problem. We can Pal Pad back. Double research. Actually, let's just put back a Klara. Because we win the game off of a Klara next turn, if they don't get the KO here. Well, they probably just retreat into something else for a turn. Well, let's see. Again, I misplayed myself out of this one. How unfortunate. If this thing had the thing, we had the boss, and they win the game anyway. But not a bad showing for the deck, honestly. We had a 100% chance to win the game if I don't make that mistake. And this is a matchup we shouldn't ever actually win. But let's go and check out one more game with the Zoroark box deck. Maybe in a better matchup, maybe not. We'll see. You want to go first? Heck yeah, we want to go first. We want to open a Battle VIP Pass for sure. But otherwise, ooh, this hand's not super good, unfortunately. There's a few top decks that make it okay, so we can Cinccino next turn. That's one of them. And for this matchup, we want to check our Moltres and our energies. There are plenty there. Go 1, 2, 3. We're definitely hoping not to get KO'd here, but if we do, it's fine. We can go for the call for family play, probably. Yeah, and Mew is going to do Mew stuff to us. Yeah, I hate to see it. But the top deck Battle VIP Pass made a huge difference there. Getting us a guaranteed make do this following turn. Drawing a bunch of cards. There, jeez. I don't know why I would ever doubt that they got the turn 1 KO. We do have several turns to work with. Okay, double turbo. Okay, the bird doesn't fix any math for them. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and promote the Minccino. There's the Echo. Totally fine. Get him, bud. We're going to evolve the bench one. I think we're going to ditch the Choice Belt. They have 1, 2, 3. The Choice Belt feels like the least necessary. Might go for a Ball Stall play this turn, too. Okay. Go here. Go here. Make do. Double check Pal Pads in the deck. Oh, heck yeah. Pal Pads here. We're ditching this whole thing. We are 100% fine with that. Flapple would KO this. Actually, let's go ahead and get rid of the Flapple right now. Eat the hand away. Totally fine. We draw into... Unfortunately, no way to retreat. Kind of sucks. We're We're gonna burn this incense as well. No reason to make any do. No reason to evolve out. We're gonna hit done. Next turn, we'll be able to KO this Meloetta. Well, we'll see. We'll see if my opponent makes a smart play, actually. They always KO the Zoroark here. That's definitely the correct play for them. But by that point, we're going to be able to draw so many cards. I'm feeling kind of okay with it. Could have gone for the energy assist. Nah, that doesn't point. It's not worth it. And let's see, do they have the boss on the Zoroark, or do they want to take out that juicy Cinccino here? I always want to KO the Cinccino, right? Oh, of course. That card lets me draw 2 cards every turn. But yeah, for anyone playing against this deck, when you see one Zoroark on the field, you want to deal with that thing ASAP. Ooh, they missed the boss. You'll love to see it. Go ahead and promote the Zoroark. Go here. Huh. We could just go attach research. Then we have to do a Pal Pad. I think we're just going to start making some do. Okay. We got the Pal Pad. We can also go like Pal Pad, double Klara, attach, quick ball for something. I think we're just going to go here. Start getting a bigger hand. Grab some Zoruas. Grab 1 Zoruas. Go here. Grab a Cinccino. Okay. I think we can make do the quick ball. Do I want a Pal Pad first is the big question. I think we are going to go ahead and Pal Pad first. Get back both of these. Make some do there. Okay. Can actually KO with the Zoroark. Which is kind of a good meme. Now let's just Phantom Transformation next turn if we need to. It's weak. Yeah, let's do that. Fine. And Night Days for the knockout. Kind of force them to deal with the Zoroark. And then we're going to try and KO 2 Mew V Maxes. And that's how we plan to win this game, hopefully. We don't want to draw a balloon at some point. Next turn, we can hit for just enough with the Moltres. We do have to find a way to get a pivot at some point. We need 1 more Dark Energy, but we are going to draw a lot of cards off the top. They could also attack us with another Meloetta. That is an option. Okay, that's what they're going to do. That's fine with me. They're not going to do that. Never mind. Are we going to see a Psychic Leap into a Single Prizer? Nope, we're not, because they evolved. So Golisopod hits for 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 230 damage. So Golisopod does KO even through resistance. Unfortunately, this thing being on the bench does mean we can't Horn a Mew in the future. Go ahead and promote this. And let's start making some dues. Ooh. That's a cool top deck. I'm going to be honest, I'm really tempted to just bench this thing and research. I think we're going to go for it. The closer to decking ourselves out, the better we are. Okay. Get some stuff out of here. Grab this. Oh, we don't even have the balloon. Oh, heck. What a throw. All right, start making do. At this point, we can get rid of the research. We no longer need it. We can just get rid of Level Ball. No longer need that. Get rid of the Golisopod. Okay, so we did miss, unfortunately. But they have to deal with this turn. We're going to go Phantom Transformation. How many abilities? 1, 2, 3 abilities versus 4 Vs. Go into the pod. So 4 Vs is 230, 260. Go ahead and go here. I could bench another Moltres, honestly. Let's just do that. Because we can still just make do into one of our energies. There's 210. 210's fine. They go down to 2 prizes. We can still win this game before they win the game. We only have access to 1 boss. Potentially putting back the 2 Klaras was actually incorrect. And we should have put back a boss and a Klara. But they cannot psychically. That is a very big deal with this play. Then KO the active, but we can still grab a Twin Energy off of our make do's here to get a KO with either of these. They can go in with a fresh Mew, but we can still KO a fresh Mew as well. And we do also have access to 1 more Dark Energy in the deck. A Klara this turn wouldn't be terrible either. Bench a couple Zoruas. And let's see what response they have. There's a boss on probably a Moltres. Yep. Boss on Moltres, totally fine with me. They cannot attack with Meloetta. They are out of Fusion Strike energies. They cannot Psychic Leap because my opponent mismanaged their bench. If this were a Mew V, this would be a much worse situation for me. They'd be able to Psychic Leap plus the Power Tablet into a single prizer and force me to find like a boss. They also can't play the Training Court or else they just lose the game. They have to keep the Cemetery in play. They can also play a Rose Tower, I guess. Yeah, if they play down a Rose Tower, they're fine. And let's see, what do they go for here? They could retreat and pass. Another option. Okay, so we're going to see them KO with a fresh Mew. I am super fine with this. That gives us 2 turns to find a boss's orders. Because we get the guaranteed KO, because we can just Klara this back. All right, promote that. Go and start making some do. The Dark Energy anyway. And there's the boss. Okay. Go ahead and Klara do both. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to do here. I don't think there is. I'm going to go Moltres. I guess Zorua? Sure. Double Dark. Go ahead and bench it. Go 1, 2. Go attach active. Go ahead and belt here. I think if I want to make do 1 more time just because. I don't think I do. We draw our whole deck next turn no matter what. Go and take that knockout. They're going to Psychic Leap this, but then we only have 2 prize cards remaining. That's why KOing that Meloetta was such a big deal. Because now Moltres will KO a Genesect. They will have 1 prize card remaining. And this is essentially checkmate. We're good to go. Had my opponent Psychic Leap last turn into a single prizer. We did end up drawing into the knockout, but it would have been our last boss's orders. But we would have KO'd their only Mew in play. And so, you know, we would have still been in a pretty good spot. Even if my opponent had been able to go into the Psychic Leap play, we had the guaranteed boss KO. And essentially, that's what this matchup goes to, is I'm just going to try and deck myself out, and there's the scoop. Yeah, there's nothing else they can do at that point. We had a million ways to win. So, if current Mew list playing no Marnies, it's not a terrible matchup, actually. It's actually a pretty solid one. They will KO you, or they like donk you at least once in a best of 3, unfortunately. So if you play the deck on ladder and you lose the first one to Mew, or you get donked immediately, it does happen. But it's a pretty solid matchup. One of the reasons why I'm actually considering this deck for Salt Lake City. I need more practice with it. If you didn't see the first game, you can see why I need more practice with it, because I threw pretty hard. But anyway, hopefully you enjoy the deck. It's fun at the very least. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all the other YouTube stuff, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace out.